It's a very busy year ahead for medical students here, and there are many things on our mind right now. We're going through a bit of a rough spell at the moment, but one of our biggest concerns on a UK-wide basis is foundation programme places, and this has been made a priority for the UK MSc's executive. We're also trying to secure a permanent deal on shadowing for new FY1 doctors. Medical students want to start as competent doctors, and having a permanent scheme in place will protect patients and help us to do our job properly. Of course, pensions is also still very much an ongoing issue for all members of the profession, from students through to consultants. And although it seems far away, the damaging changes will impact medical students hardest of all and discourage potential applicants from difficult backgrounds. In terms of foundation places, this has been made top priority for UK MSc executive, and we'll explore several options to try and minimise the impact of any shortcomings of the system in place. And the reserve lists we are currently seeing, which are really unacceptable, doctors do need to get the opportunity to get full registration with the GMC. On pensions, Scotland has raised its voice loud and clear above the crowd with this, and it's with regret that we've proposed further and stronger action against what are unfair and totally unnecessary changes. So secondary care doctors will very soon have the chance to vote for strike action. Although medical students cannot take part in this, we can certainly support our colleagues in getting the message across, because after all, they're standing up for what will soon be our problem. I've certainly found the Scottish Government quite receptive and responsive. Last week I had the opportunity to meet with several MSPs, and they were keen to gain an insight into the sort of problems we're facing. We're in a unique position whereby health and education are devolved, so we can have direct communication about issues such as foundation shadowing, funding and tuition fees, but there are many issues we must work together on as a UK in the current system. We are aware that in some respects the Scottish Government's hands are tied. However, we are still keen that they make necessary changes to those items they do have control over, and continue to listen and respond to the needs of medical students. Well, the Higher Education Bill has still not been released at this moment in time, and it's very much been kept under wraps at the moment. So we simply don't know much of what it will feature. We would predict and welcome the inclusion of widening access issues. This is something that's really important for us, but we're unsure of how this would pan out in terms of legislation. We'd like to see a real improvement in this area, but it's really important that we have realistic targets here, and it's certainly not our policy to support any form of a solid cap. The other thing we'd like to see is a minimum bursary allowance for our UK students who are in Scottish universities. Lots of ways, loads and loads of ways we can do this. Each medical school in Scotland has a local ISC rep and a national MSc rep, and both attend the Scottish Medical Students Committee, which I chair. They are your point of contact for students, and they are happy to help in any way they can. Members can log on to the BMA website for more details on how to get in touch. Another great thing we have here is the visitor scheme, and there are 2 places available at each SMSC meeting for visitors to attend. And I would highly encourage those interested to apply for one of these spaces. It's an excellent opportunity to see what goes on, and we'd be really happy to have students. Most of all though in the calendar, in their sort of academic year, is Medical Students Annual Conference. It's the biggest event that we have, where students from every medical school across the UK come together for 2 days of debate, policy setting, and a chance to sort of meet new people and make friends from across the country. Local reps will send out information about this, so students should make sure they do get in touch with them to say they're interested, and it's absolutely a fantastic experience.